GoesMost.com. I'm Metal Mark, honored and privileged to be here with Dave Lombardo. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am happy as hell because I finally get to see Philm tonight.
Yes.
For the first time in my life.
Awesome.
What can I expect, man?
Well, it's a power trio, and it's pretty powerful. It's heavy, obviously, because I can't shy away from that, and I wouldn't be playing with another band in this club unless it was heavy.
Yeah.
So it's a guitar, vocalist, drums, bass, and it's a mixture of some thrash, some punk, some ambient, and then throw a little bit of everything else. It's just we're being creative and trying to mix it up a little bit.
That's the thing. When people ask me how to describe this band, I'm like, well, I have no clue. You just have to listen because there's so much going into it. Which is, I think
it's original. We're not trying to follow anybody's footsteps. I believe in originality. I mean, Slayer was original back in '83. Nobody sounded like us. So it's what I'm trying to pursue is originality.
Yeah. Well, it seems like the older you get, which, by the way, happy late birthday. You turned 50. Obviously.
Yeah, man.
How does 50 feel, huh?
Fucking sucks.
Does it suck?
Yeah.
You look good for 50, though.
I feel great. I mean, I totally feel phenomenal. I mean, it's like, wow, is this what 50 feels like? Man, shit, I got another 20 years to go,
Fuck yeah.
20, 25. I got a whole other fucking career. And, it's just, you think differently. You have a different perception on life. And, you could weed out the bullshit a lot easier. You know what I mean? It's like...
Well, you've seen it.
It's like, bullshit, bullshit. Hey, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool, too. Yeah.
It seems like especially with Philm, and with like the art that you've done with the drumming, the motion art and everything, it seems like you've really stuck on this like creative thing in the last few years. Like this is what you've been trying to do, and now it seems like you're really like geared towards it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, not only the art that I released, but also yesterday we recorded a bunch of songs, piano, bass, and drums. Oh, wow. Now this might not be of interest to some of the fans out there, but it's just a different side of me. And I'm still playing kind of thrash. It's heavy. It's dark. It's got not dark, but it's very moody. But it's piano, bass, and drums. No vocals. And sometimes I'm playing with brushes. Sometimes I'm playing with these little tubes. And so it's just not played. It's played aggressive, but light.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's really weird. So we finished that yesterday. So yeah, just staying productive. Documenting, music is important to me.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Fire from the Evening Sun, the new Philm album that came out last year, has received a ton of love from the press and a ton of love from the fans. Is that, at this point in your career, is that still cool for you, or are you right now just like, I just want to play what I want to play?
Bottom line, I have a love for heavy music. I love that. I can't get away from it. I did it with Grip, of course. I did it with Slayer, and I've done it with other bands. But I just try to make it a little more interesting, because I listen to a lot of music. Music is what I do for a living. So like a journalist, he has to go through and listen to a lot of music and review it. It's the same thing. So you absorb a lot of different styles, and it's just, I'm having fun. Yeah. Bottom line, I'm having fun.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, well, this is obviously the first show of the brief Northeast tour, and you came at the coldest point that it is. Do you enjoy the cold? Because you were just on like a cruise the other day.
Yeah, I was a cruise in South America in the middle of summer. I was hanging out on an island, and today I'm up in the Northeast.
It's like 5 degrees up here.
It's, what? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's challenging. I mean, you got to deal with the elements, whether it's rain, fog, snow, whatever, Although, I would prefer, touring in the spring. But, this is, it's kind of a little jaunt before our European tour, which is what we're going to be heading out after the string of 5 shows we're doing here, 5 or 6 shows. Then we're heading out over to Europe and doing a series of probably 20 to 25 shows in a row.
Wow. Wow. How does
No days off.
No days off? I don't think you ever have a day off.
Yeah, I do actually.
you?
Yeah, people think, how do you have time? Like,
You
no,
seem to be doing everything all the time.
No, it may look that way, but actually there's a lot of time. I just space my time, or divide my time, pretty well. 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours for myself, 8 hours to work.
Nice.
So, when I first wake up in the morning, 4 hours to myself. Then after 4 hours, bam, I start hitting whatever music or emails I need to do, everything that has to do with work. And then I try to clock out, and then another 4 hours to myself, hang out, go to sleep, wake up the next day, do it again.
Wow.
So I kind of have this thing so that way I don't waste any time. I've heard that a lot of musicians that I know and artists that I look up to, that's kind of how they divide their time up.
Yeah. Is that how, once you get older, you kind of realize that, or is that something you heard in the early days but you didn't really care about?
No, it's just you realize, fuck, I've wasted so much fucking time. It's like, what did I do yesterday? Nothing. Just sat around on the computer, watched TV. It's like, no, I don't want to waste any time like that.
Yeah.
I've already wasted a lot of time, dealing with hangovers and whatever, bullshit, so now I'm just trying to just focus and stay creative and productive.
Very cool. Well, you mentioned the European tour, so after that, are you just going to continue to keep touring with these?
I'm going to stay, I'm going to stay about a week or two in Europe. I'm going to hang out, I don't know. I might move to Italy, I don't know.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Hang out there by the coast, I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while, so, or somewhere in Europe, I don't know where. And then we come back home, we do some shows. I do some shows with John Zorn and Bill Laswell. It's kind of the jazz thing I do, improvised jazz work that I do. Got some shows in Spain, have some shows, really prestigious shows, Royce Hall at UCLA in Los Angeles. We're playing some jazz festivals in France and Spain and Indiana and Montreal. So there's all kinds of shit going on.
Damn.
And then booking these guys as much as we can.
Yeah. Well, I love that, with all the different styles you play, because it always seems like you try to not only enjoy it, but also get better and better.
Yeah, you have to.
Is there still something that you still, because obviously when people think of Dave Lombardo, they're always flawless at everything he does. Is there something that you still, a technique you want to get better at?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's always something, something to learn. There's always something, to, be inspired by. I think you always need to brush up on your chops,
Yeah.
You always need to learn something new. Can you imagine if you still use that Kodak camera that used to go like this with a little square block?
He would have been fired a long time ago.
Yeah, right? So you imagine, I don't want to use new technology
Yeah.
or learn something new. So I embrace it all.
Yeah. Well, you obviously had a historic and amazing career, and you're back with TAMA, which is amazing.
Dude, I'm so happy.
I saw the video and I was like, that's like the best birthday present ever.
Yeah, right?
How did that come about that you went back to him?
I worked with a couple other drum companies, and Tom was my first love.
Yeah.
It was the drum set that kicked off my career. I mean, if you look at Show No Mercy, 1983, I was using a TAMA kit.
Yeah.
My dad bought me my drum set in 1979. I was 15 years old, and I was, I had this TAMA Paiste cymbal setup, and I fell in love with it, and I used it all throughout until 2009 or 2010, and then I left TAMA for a few years, and now I'm back. It just feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy that the representatives, the artist representatives in the company, the same ones are still there. They're not changing and losing momentum or anything. It's great. It's really great. It's like old friends.
Very cool. Well, we'll let you get ready.
Oh,
so I can finally.
Can I bring up my new cymbal?
Of course you can.
That Rain. It's called Rain 22-inch Power Ride Rude. Paiste just put it out.
Oh shit!
And it's a signature, and it's based off of the original Rain and Blood cymbal that I used on that album. So
was that what I heard?
Yeah.
It sounded amazing.
Yeah, right?
I was like, that's the loudest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it doesn't have a mic. There's not mic, so it's great.
Wow. Well, shit, do you have any final words for the people out there?
Thanks for all your support. Love my fans. Love my life. There's more to come.
Fuck yeah, Dave Lombardo. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks,
as
man.
always, it's a
Thanks,
pleasure.
man.